There's nothing to repeat.
I don't know why Siri is always mouthing off to me. Welcome back, y'all. I wanted to provide some encouragement for you guys today because I know I am struggling to keep my New Year's resolutions. I saw an article the other day that said within 6 weeks, 70% of people have given up on their resolutions. And I don't want that to be us. I want 2019 to be our year. So I sat down and I really thought about it and came up with some more points that will maybe help you not just reach your goals, but get back on track when you've kind of fallen off the wagon. So these are different than my first video, the New Year's resolutions video. These are specifically to help us get back on track and really make it possible for us to achieve these goals that were important enough that we wanted to devote an entire year to reaching them. So I have 7 of them. Number 1 is revisit your resolutions. Are they really practical? Are they really attainable? Is it something that really matters to you? Or is it something that you feel like you should do or that you're doing for somebody else, or you feel like it's a stereotype that you need to reach? Is everybody else on the keto diet? Is everybody else running 2 miles? Is that something that really matters to you, or are you doing it for somebody else? Sit down and figure out what matters to you, because realistically, we're not going to be able to keep a goal unless it's important to us. You can't be doing it for somebody else. Do it for yourself. Make sure that they're actually attainable and important goals. So number 1. Number 2, start off small. Be realistic. Don't set this huge blanket goal that isn't attainable. Break it down. Figure out the how, the what, the when. Sit down each week and set out a plan of how you're going to reach that goal and how it's going to be attainable, how it's something that can fit into your life, and exactly how you're going to execute it. Something I've started doing recently is setting a timer on my phone as a reminder to hold you accountable and keep you on track. So if your alarm goes off at 1 o'clock and says, take a quick walk, that makes sure that the day isn't getting away from you, and before you know it, you don't have time to fit your goals in. So even though you may pencil it in your calendar, we have a lot going on. So it's easy to kind of get sidetracked, but setting that little reminder on your phone is a good way to like bring you back to, hey, I really need to fit this in. Even if I can't take a 30-minute walk, I have time for a 15-minute one, and consider that a check for the day. Number 3 is decide ahead of time how you're going to deal with temptation. Temptation is going to come up, whether you're on a diet and your coworker brings chocolate cake, or you've decided you're not going to drink any alcohol and your girlfriends invite you to go eat Mexican food and have margaritas. No matter what your goal is, there's going to be temptation to not follow through. So decide ahead of time, instead of punishing myself, I'm going to have, a bite of chocolate cake, or I'm going to make sure that I have a couple little, healthy snacks in my desk drawer so that if somebody brings a treat, I don't feel, totally left out. I have my little 100-calorie pack of Oreo snacks that aren't that great, but, at least you have something. Or maybe go out with your girlfriends, enjoy the night, just don't drink a margarita. Try to find something healthier on the menu. Whatever it is, figure out ahead of time how you're gonna deal with that temptation so you're not derailed the first time something pops up. Number 4 is recommit to your resolutions. It does not have to be the new year for you to have a goal and to reach it. Maybe the new year was just too intimidating and too daunting, too much pressure. Try to turn that into a positive, that now here you are, there is no pressure, but this mattered to you. You're gonna recommit and reach those goals. Something I like to do is tell myself I only have to do this for 1 week. For 1 week, I'm gonna drink 6 glasses of water. After that, I don't have to do it anymore if I don't want to. And then if you just tell yourself that every day while you're struggling, by the end of that week, maybe you're like, hey, that wasn't that bad. Next week, maybe I'm gonna drink 7 glasses of water. Small, attainable, and don't overwhelm yourself with thinking this is, a lifelong commitment. Number 5, make sure that reaching your goals is enjoyable. We are not here to punish ourselves. Life is too short to be miserable, even if this is something that's important to you. And even the most tedious task can be enjoyable if you just set your mind to it and you're determined to find a way to make it enjoyable. So whether it's throwing in rewards or, kind of taking the easier route rather than just that jump in, head first, whatever it is, make sure that it's enjoyable. Number 6, success does not happen overnight. It is normal to have a period of extreme motivation where you're just like, I'm gonna kill this, I'm gonna do it, this is my year, this is my time, I'm gonna do it this time, followed by frustration and procrastination. I'm going to say it again, followed by frustration and procrastination. Knowing that this is just kind of part of the process, that this is going to happen, makes it a little less frustrating because you don't feel like a failure. You realize this is just how it goes. I'm really motivated. It's followed by getting frustrated, procrastinating, and kind of falling off the wagon, but that doesn't have to be the end of it. And let go of how you thought that it was going to be, what you thought you should have achieved by now. Don't beat yourself up. If what you were doing before isn't working, find a new solution, find a new strategy, and just let go of what you thought you were going to have accomplished by now, because guess what? You haven't, and you can't take it back. And it's, don't look in the rear view. Look forward and find a new way to carry this out, because let's not go and be insane and try to keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, because that's not going to happen. And the last point is to focus on the habit, not the outcome. It takes, in my research, 21 to 66 days to form a habit. And so often we have habits that we do every single day that are just second nature to us, and we're not even thinking about doing them. Maybe your goal is to be healthier and, have a more balanced day, but you're just used to stumbling out of bed and making, a sugary cup of coffee or grabbing donut holes in a chocolate milk from the gas station. Whatever it is, if that's your habit that you're just used to doing every day, it can be really hard to break that cycle. But our goal is to replace those bad habits with good habits. So don't stress too much about what you want to achieve in 6 months. Just focus on forming a good habit, and then before you know it, it's second nature, just like getting up and brushing your teeth, putting on clothes, taking your dog out to go to the bathroom. It's something that you do every day and you don't even think about, and then before you know it, you've replaced those bad habits with good habits. And do them one at a time. Don't try to just overhaul your morning routine or your social life. Whatever your goal is, whatever it is, we can develop good habits. It's just going to take time, and it's going to take patience, and we need to give ourselves some grace, have realistic expectations. So I hope this helped y'all. I really want to help you guys crush 2019. I know I've kind of fallen off the wagon too, so if I can provide you just a little bit of motivation and support, then I feel like it was a success. So let me know in the comments down below if any of these sounded helpful to y'all. Hopefully it was something that you haven't thought of. I spent a lot of time kind of really thinking about why we're falling off the wagon here. So I think that some of those will be helpful to get us back on track. And like I said in my other video about missing gym days, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it. We're gonna be successful. So I hope y'all have a good day, and I'll see you next time.